Hello everybody, I'm going to do a quick little unpacking here of a little camping stove I got off Amazon. It's one of those little wood burning stoves, it's very small, you can put a bunch of twigs in it. But this particular deal came with some pots and pans, a pot and a pan, the stove itself, which packs completely flat. Actually, I've already taken it out. The weird part is it came with all this protective film still on the pieces, so they're pressed cut, and this protective film was on there. I just thought that was a bit odd. And it came with this, which wasn't listed. It's a paracord survival keychain. I don't yet really know what that is, but it's kind of a freebie, so I dig that. All right, so let me unpack these so you can see what's what. Okay, so the pot and the pan comes packaged, wrapped up in all these little plastic bags. Under the lid are these little bits and pieces. I guess this is your scrubbing sponge. It's just a natural sponge. A little ladle, and a couple of little bowls there. Kind of pleasantly surprised. You know, the quality really doesn't feel too bad. They don't feel like they're about to snap apart. This, little cooking bamboo spatula there. And the pots and pans themselves, let's see what these handles are like. So yeah, I mean, pretty rigid. They don't feel flimsy. These are just little pressed aluminum pans. I don't know. I guess, yeah, they're anodized. Feel fairly sturdy. So, I mean, this wouldn't be bad. One person camping, and obviously everything packs up nicely and fits inside this mesh bag, which also feels pretty tough. So that's pretty nice. I mean, not bad. The stove itself is comprised of these four main pieces. The bottom, you'll notice one of the sides is off. That's the front. The front doesn't have a notch in it like these do. And these two pieces which form a cross at the top. So let me put that together so you can see what it looks like. I want to show you, as I'm fitting these together, if you'll notice right here, there's a slight dimple that's pressed into each side panel. And that's nice because as you pull it down, these pieces snap into place. Oh, you see, here it is. I forgot to take it off the bottom one. This is what they all come with, this plastic on it. I need to remove that because obviously that's going to be smoking and burning as I put my fire there. But these slide into their little grooves. Come on, work with me here. Slide into their little grooves into this on the three sides, and then the top panel snaps into place. So I'm going to do that so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so here's the stove all put back together. One of the things I want to point out is these little arms, if you recall earlier in the video, you want them so that they're sort of pointed up, if that makes sense. You can see the curve here. And the reason being is if you flip them over, and they'll fit the other way, but if you flip them over, then it's kind of recessed down in below this rim. So you're not getting the support of these. It could just end up being sort of problematic. But yeah, that's the stove, and I really wanted to make the point that this is all stainless steel. It's really pretty heavy gauge. I mean, you would have to really work at it to bend these. These top pieces are much thinner gauge, or maybe they're just much smaller, so they're a little more flexible. But as a whole, you know, it's a fairly sturdy little piece. It's very, very strong when you put it all together. I mean, I almost think I could stand on this thing. But the opening here is plenty big enough to keep cramming some little bits of wood in there. Ventilation obviously won't be a problem. I almost wonder if it's too much ventilation, especially around the bottom, but that's probably good. So you can knock ash and stuff out of the way and keep feeding it. And you know, it's gonna work good with the stove here. So yeah, that's a good deal. I got this from Amazon. This goes by the serious name of Harsh Duty. It's one of these Chinese companies, so they got to come up with names, you know, like Golden Warrior and Pigeon Lord or something weird. But they all have that name emblazoned on there. But anyway, the whole pack. The reason I bought this was I specifically was looking for this kind of stove, and on Amazon they had this whole setup here for $30, and most places I found this knockoff stove alone was $30. In fact, on Amazon, but yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with it. This is how it comes. I mean, it's inside of your Amazon box, but you know, this is your typical Chinese knockoff companies packaging. But I mean, you're paying $30. You're not going to get super fancy stuff that you're just going to throw away anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. It folds down nice and fits in this bag. This bag is also a decent quality. Doesn't feel like it's just going to fall apart on you. Oh no, pretty pleased. I'm going to take this guy out here and let's see what it's all about. This is, I guess this is kind of their way of bribing you, saying, hey, go on Amazon and give us a great review. Because actually there were no reviews on this little setup. So maybe it just showed up on Amazon. And I just happened to... Today is like the 5th of May, 2017, so I don't know how long it's been on there. But here's what I find interesting about this. This little keychain here, it's sort of a weird carabiner. It's actually feels pretty darn durable. But this looks like a piece of flint. I have no clue what else it would be. It looks metallic in nature, has the same hue as my other bits of flint. Maybe I'll find a knife and see if that sparks. Let's do that. So yeah, that is exactly what it is. I just tested it, and sure enough, once you get down through the finish there, that's flint steel. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. I guess it kind of goes, I don't know how, and it's such a weird, you have to hold it in a weird way. But, I mean, hey, came with the package, so I am not complaining. Yeah, so that's the Harsh Duty camping stove, little fire camping stove. You know, I've got little alcohol stoves and stuff that I use. And in fact, it looks like I could fit one of my alcohol stoves in here very nicely. So if nothing else, if you don't want to burn wood, this would be a great windbreak for another stove, another kind of stove, alcohol stove, whatever. So yeah, there you go, Harsh Duty, badass.